couldn't stand it any longer. Oh, Jay Cat Lady says my videos are awesome, and you were the first to comment. Thank you for that. Dame the First says she'll be there. I hope you are here. Kathy, thank you for your text and thank you for all you do. And the more people, the merrier. That's right. Uh, he just bonked his head. Do you want down? I can put you down without you bonking your head. Hey, Megan, glad you got here. Yay. And Beth, Midnight Run Kennel. Hey, cousins, Cindy and Mike. Good to see you on here. Dame the First. Oh, so many people. This is so awesome. Hey, Richard, glad you're here. I hope your work day is going well. And let's see. Christina, Nomad Xtina, aka Chris. Hi, sweetheart. Gracie, give Jacques a hug for us, from me and Bandit, and Jana and Sammy Joe. And you're still in Quartzsite. What is the temperature there like, Gracie? Texan Lulu, also in Central Texas. My cousins are on Coastal Texas, and she's in Central Texas. Hey, Sally Forth, good to see you, my darling. Great interview with Lisa. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. And I'm caught up. Let's see. Hey, Bev, good to see you. Glad you got the notification. That's awesome. Lori, hello, my friend. I love y'all's trip to Death Valley that you and Barb and Rob did. That was just awesomeness. And of course, my sidekick right here is you. Can I show you? She's like, don't show me. I'm going to show her because we have a surprise at the end of the video for you. Yeah, there's
my hair.
There's Jen.
Don't show me.
Don't show me.
It's been windy.
Yeah, we were outside. She cooked outside, and we were outside eating just before this. Kathy, try a different set of glasses.
Well, I'm wondering.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It might just not be focusing. I don't know.
Well, the signal isn't great.
Well, yeah, we might not have good enough signal here. I don't know. And I'm just kidding, Kathy. You know, you and I cut up with each other all the time. Plus, I don't have my blinds up in the back. It might be. I guess so, because I think it's messing with it. Hey, Jeanette Beck. Oh, I love the hands. Hello. She's waving. Sarah Lingard says, hi, Jana. Glad to see you on here, Sarah. Let's see.
Let me see if I try not to hit you.
Yeah, put the black toward me if you would. That will help. Yeah, that is helping a lot. Don't y'all think that's helping if she can get that up underneath the blind? Hold on, let me help her. I mean, underneath the visor. Now push the visor back, sweetheart. Thank you. Okay, I bet that will help. Y'all let me know if that helps. 84 in Wickenburg. Wow, Bev. Wickenburg is so pretty. And Gracie says it's 91 in Quartzsite today, but she's heading to California tomorrow. Dame the First also says it was blurry. Y'all let me know if that helps. Everybody's telling me I'm blurry. I thought it was just because I haven't had anything to drink yet.
If your camera is dirty.
If my camera's dirty? I'm wiping the camera off in case y'all are wondering what I'm doing right now.
It's like your eye is blurry. So we'll see.
All right. So I'm going to wipe my camera off. Did that help? Am I still blurry? I'm so sorry. A lot less glare, but not much help with the blur. Dang it.
That's probably signal then.
It might be signal, but I doubt it. Let me see if I can, if I back it up. Does that help? Gosh, I hate that. Camera is focusing better. Hey, Becky. Good to see you, my dear friend. Doreen says it's clear on her side. Oh, good. Kathy says it is better. Yay. Thank y'all for letting me know. Rob Buchanan says he's in San Diego. Oh, he gave How Being a Nomad, my book, to his aunt, and she loved it. That's awesomeness, Rob. Good to see you on here. I may have you confused, and if I do, I apologize. But Rob, did you come by Tyson Wells? It seems like I remember that. Yes, I thought so. Good. Janice shaking her head yes. Oh, good. I'm glad that helped, you guys. Thank you for, I really appreciate y'all letting me know when stuff like that is going on, especially before I get into the content of the, when I came closer. Well, now I'm further away. Okay, is it better with me closer
I would say not moving the camera a lot.
or further away?
The signal's not great.
I'm just kidding, you guys. Tell me, I can move it a little bit closer if that helps. Oh, and also I turned it toward you, and moving it
Yes.
might have.
Sammy.
Sammy, can you move your foot just one little bit? She says, I don't want to move my foot. Leave me alone. I'm trying to get my feet out, and I've got 8 legs underneath me because the dogs are on the floor. Kathy says she feels like her, and she's at it now. Is this better or is this better? Norman in San Diego says, Happy Friday, everyone. Yes, Rob, I thought that was you. Good to see you. And thank you. And thank you for gifting my book. That is wonderful. Thank you, Richard. He says it looks good to him now. Okay, I guess we're good. Okay, Megan says we're good. Megan, have you gotten your package yet? We're going to talk about packages here in a minute. And now my eye is watering because we sat outside, and that's why we're inside again now. Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. But that's why we're inside again today, because it's windy again today. I've had a winter of wind, and so many people, Oklahoma just got hit with tornadoes and so many, and hail, and so many people have had such bad weather. I feel like a whiny bucket person complaining about the wind, but we're ready to sit outside and enjoy some really good weather. And so I was kind of sad to, well, Megan, it should be there. If you don't get it by Monday, or, well, I'd say by Wednesday of next week. I lost the shipping. We're going to talk about packages in a minute, but I lost the shipping tracking number. So if you don't get it by Wednesday, let me know, and I'll check to make sure it wasn't returned, because I'm going to talk about what happened in some instances, but I mailed it. I took it to the post office counter. Let me put it that way. Oh, Doreen says they had thunderstorms and hail last night. Bev says we're red. Okay, I don't know about that one. Brenda says they have wind, rain, and snow there. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness, you guys. Well, stay safe, everybody, wherever you are. Oh, and Gracie says they have a nice breeze in Quartzsite. Yes, that does help. And a breeze in Quartzsite versus gale force winds is always a welcome event. And Sally says she's got her windows open and wearing a sweater. Yeah, we have my door and windows open and wearing sleeves, short sleeves. So I guess I cannot complain. 77 in New Jersey. All right, Kathy. Hi, Doreen. Did I say hi to Doreen? I don't think I did. And if I missed anybody,
so you have 2 Sallys on.
I have
Sally
2 Sallys.
And Sally S.
Sally S. I don't think I said hello to you. Hi, glad you're here. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Okay, so 80 and sunny in Parampa-pum-pum, rumpa-pum-pum. Okay. I want to tell everybody I'm doing a podcast interview. It will be my second online interview. The first online author interview I did was with a library. And I have someone else that has contacted me to do a podcast interview. Well, actually, the library was for their book club, wasn't it?
Yes, it was the San Antonio library.
Yeah, in San Antonio, Texas. They contacted me. Someone had read my book there, who I did not know, and the book club did my book, How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, and then they had me on as a guest speaker. And so that was an online interview I did. And of course, I've done online classes and stuff like that for HOWA and Cheap RV Living. But this is going to be an actual podcast on Monday, and I'm really excited about it. I thought it would be live, but she did tell me today it's through Solo Women RV, and Kathy is the host's name. And she contacted me, and we're going to do that on Monday, but she is not quite sure when it will air. So y'all keep a lookout for that. And you can always find information like that. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the congratulations. It is really cool. I'm so excited. And I always say I'm trying to get out of the habit of going, but I've been TBI symptomatic for, I don't know, at least 5 weeks now, and it got really bad for a while, and I'm doing better, and I want to start watching that. So y'all please forgive me for the but I do that. It's kind of like a brain stutter and it comes out. And then plus I think I've allowed myself to get into that habit. So I'm trying to break the habit of saying but I will let you guys know when the podcast is going to be aired, and I'm so very excited about it, and I want to thank Kathy for inviting me. You can always find out on my website, debradickinson.com, about events and such things like that I have going on. And I want to give a huge shout out to Frugal RV Gal, Jana, my sidekick, and my best friend, and just everything to me. She updated the website today and put that on there and did some other changes that makes it look really slick. And as soon as we know when that is going to be live so that you can stream it and listen, that will be on there. So please be sure to keep an eye out on my website for such things. And that's where we will also be announcing book releases and things like that. Thank you, Becky. You're always so sweet to me. I miss you and I wish I could see you. She says, completely understandable. Thank you, Becky. And thank you, everybody, for celebrating with me. Pup Camper 58, nice to see you on here, my darling Cheryl. Thank you for your help today. Oh, Bev says she's a member of that group. Awesomeness. And, oh no, your slide got stuck out today, Sally. That's awful. I hope that gets better, and that when you finally get to Alcodonis that it goes okay. And Bonnie from South Carolina says congrats on the podcast. Thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate that, and it's always good to see you on here. Okay. Becky says, Jana, you are such a treasure. Thank you. And I agree, Becky. Thank you for that shout out to her. Okay, I've got note cards today because I've got so much I want to share with you guys, and it's going to be such fun, and it's exciting stuff and some revelations, and I can't wait to do this live stream and share with you the things that were in the title. Okay, so number 1 is oops times 2. Okay, I want to tell you that it actually is oops times 6. And that was actually an oops. I told you I've been TBI symptomatic, and I'm also blessed to be able to travel with Jenna, and we have such fun at laughing at my expense, but we're both laughing. It's not like she's laughing at me, but sometimes with some of the things I do, you just have to laugh. And Brenda says, great friends is what makes the world go round. That is so true. That is so true. Okay, so it's like, oops, I did it again. Y'all know that song? I'm probably not singing it right, but that song, oops, I did it again. So, first of all, this morning, I blasted this FNL all over social media because I wanted people to come join us, right? And be a part of the sketchy crew, the FNL sketchy crew. And Jana texts me and she goes, Deb, can't find your live stream. Well, I had it, I produced it, I did all of the artwork for it, the graphics, and put it out on social media and never made it public. Now, that's just a normal brain burp, right? Anybody can do that. But hang on, that's just number 1. It gets better and better as I go. Okay, so Also this morning, while I was doing that, it was really cold here. I don't know if it got it, I think it might have gotten into the upper 30s. And I was up really early before light. Yeah, Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. That's it, Gracie. And I was sitting there working, and I didn't want to get out my Wave 3 heater and move everything, and I just wanted to work. I had stuff I wanted to get done, and I was focused, and I was able to think, which, I told you I've been symptomatic, so it's been hard. It's been like kind of walking in drying cement cognitively. And so I was firing on all cylinders this morning, and I wanted to get work done. So I didn't want to go to the trouble of getting my Wave 3 heater out and hooking up my propane and doing all that. So I put on 2 coats, wrapped myself in a blanket, and I'm sitting there shivering, working on my keypad. Well, Jana comes over, I don't know, around what, 9:30, I think it was, and reminds me that I have a heater and we've got shore power. All I had to do was flip a button. And within like 10 minutes, it was toasty warm, and here in another 30 minutes, I had to turn it off. And again, that could be a normal brain burp if you're focused. And also, for those of you that travel a lot and you do like we do, and you go back and forth between boondocking and, yeah, Kathy says it was too cold to think. That might be true too. But you go back and forth between boondocking and shore power, and it's completely different systems in your RV. You're going from your 12-volt solar to regular AC shore power, and you have to use different circuits. You have to use different outlets. You use different lights even. Here is my light that I use. See, it comes on and it dims. These are called Leslie lights, and you can find them in my Amazon affiliate store. I've got everything that I use in my Amazon store, and you can go on there and find them. But those are, you charge those through 12 volt through your solar system, and that's what I use when we're boondocking. Well, I used those like for the first night before I remembered, oh yeah, I can turn on my regular lights like you guys have in sticks and bricks. I can do that while I've got shore power. I've got these lights, and I just flip a switch. And so those could be normal brain burps, because when you're traveling back and forth between, and we boondocked all winter, so I'm not used to having shore power. But, it's a little bit of brain stuff too. And so here's number 3. So that was number 2. Here's number 3. So yesterday, my friend Johnny, who did my wonderful countertop, Johnny's Journey, and if y'all have not subscribed to her channel, please hop over and do that. She has a live stream, I might be getting it confused. Anyway, Sunday and Tuesday. Anyway, she has a live stream. I texted with her and with our other friend Patty several times yesterday, because I keep getting times mixed up, and we've changed time zones, and it's hard for me. But I put them all on my calendar, and I made myself notes. And like I said, I think I texted with Johnny 3 times, and I texted with Patty twice, and I was good to go. Well, Jana comes over and we have dinner. Well, we started playing games, which I'm very grateful for. This is not a complaint either way. I'm always happy. If y'all have seen Jana and I play games, you know how much fun we have. We did a live stream on that, and I've got a surprise for you coming up at the end of this, so y'all hang tight on that Jana and I are both doing. Hi, Lisa, good to see you. Anyway, so I texted with them like 5 times between the 2 of them yesterday to make sure I got it right. Well, Jana and I started playing games and everything, and then Jana goes home, but that wasn't enough of an interruption for me that I completely forgot. And the next morning I get up and I got these notifications on YouTube that, about Johnny's live stream. And I'm like, dang it. There you go. She premieres on Sunday and live streams on Tuesdays. And I missed it again. And so again, that could be a normal brain burp, but not when you had planned on it all day. And these are my days, every waking moment. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Again, people go, oh, those are normal brain burps. Honey, I do stuff like that all the time. You don't do it every waking moment of every single day. I can guarantee you that, unless you have some sort of ailment or cognitive impairment like I do. And I know that I have many viewers and family and friends that do. And so I'm not saying I'm unique. I'm just saying it's unique to us. It's not normal brain burps. No, Gracie, we don't do, I appreciate that, but I've given Johnny a shout out, and Johnny knows I love her. And if you go back and you look at my countertop videos, Johnny's links and everything are in there. But the links that can be shared on my FNL or for my channel and stuff. But Johnny knows I love her, and I've given her lots of shout outs, and I'm happy to support her. Sally's on here. She's got a channel. Of course, I hope you're subscribed to her, to Frugal RV Gal. We all support each other, but Gracie, I appreciate that. So that was number 3. And I will tell you, yes, Megan, I know you do. And I do drop links, Gracie. I'm just saying, not on my FNL. And so I want to say that TBI does mirror, or at least mine. Every TBI is different. But TBI does mirror dementia and Alzheimer's for a lot of people with a traumatic brain injury, and mine is one of those. And so it takes a lot of concentration. So I'm going to, hi Sybil, glad you're here. I sure have enjoyed visiting with you this week via email. And hey, Randy the Mobile Traveler, hello my darling, good to see you. And let me back up before I go into number 4, because it's a doozy, you guys. I'm gonna have to turn on.
You need a fan?
Yeah, maybe the overhead. What do you think? That one?
Oh, you want the air conditioner?
Yeah, well, you can put it on fan instead of the AC, or the AC, whichever. I see, I've got power. I can turn on my AC if I want to. Ooh, and she was smart. She remembered to take it off heat from this morning. So whichever you think is best, Jenna. It doesn't matter to me. Thank you. Let me back up and see where we're at. Yes, Randy, I'm so glad you made it today. And I always want to support my friends, and thank you, Gracie. I appreciate that, because I never want anybody to think I don't support my fellow YouTubers. I love them all, but I have difficulty tracking getting on for everybody. And when people like Randy and Johnny and Sally and Frugal RV Gal and Pup Camper 58, Cheryl, other YouTubers that get on here and support me, it means the world to me. And I try to do the same for them. I really do, but I fairly suck at it, to be honest, because it's all I can do sometimes to get through my days. So let me tell you about what number am I? Oh no, I forgot about number 4. Oh, so I told you that I missed Johnny's, not because we were playing games, but because that disrupted my trains of thought enough that I forgot after planning it all day and talking to them all day. So in the games Jenna and I was playing, I tried to keep score, because I like to try. One, we play golf, and in golf it's math, but it's pretty simple math, and so it really taxes me and stretches me to do the math. Lori says the gang's all here. Woohoo! And so I wanted to keep score. Well, Jenna looks over in a minute, and there's 9 rounds to this golf card game, and I'd put J1, D2, J1, D2. And she takes the pen and she's like, no, it's J1, J2, J1, D2, J3, D4. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, we can see how this is going to go. And we finished the game, and we're into the second game. And she looks over and she's like, we skipped a whole round. After she did that, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Totally skipped round 6. And so anyway, I just want to share, yes, everybody does brain burps, but that was actually number 3, or number 4, I think. Yeah, that was
really
number 4.
Matter,
and it doesn't matter. We were laughing. Okay, so here's a big one. So, and all of this is within a 48-hour period, you guys. You got to keep that in mind. And it's my day every day. I just thought it'd be fun to share the laughs with you guys. So I mailed out oh, that feels so good. Thank you, Jenna. I mailed out 4
This one's
packages.
funny,
Yeah, Jenna's saying, I don't know if y'all can hear her or not, but, but this one's funny. Yes, Lori, we're laughing. It was hilarious. Sybil's in Minnesota with snow. Yeah, when you shared that with me, when we were communicating, Sybil, I was like, "Brr." Um, keeping score and playing a game, you're putting yourself through a lot. True, Kathy. True, but I was trying to see if. I'm not going to be able to back up. Brenda says it's all about the laughter. Okay, well, let me give y'all a good laugh. So I mailed out 4 packages this week. Well, like I said, all of this has happened in a 48-hour period. And mailing stuff is difficult for me. So I made sure that I put the 4 piles on the counter, on my beautiful new countertop by Johnny's Journey, and laid the envelopes next to each, and wrote my notes and put on top of the packages for each person. And then I addressed the envelopes, and then I stuffed them. Walked across to the post office. Well, I guess it was yesterday, or I might be, yeah, I think it was the day before maybe. My cousin calls me, Cindy, who's on here, and she says, think you may have had a moment. We got a box that was addressed on one side to Judy and on the other side to us. So evidently, you guys, the post office had a 50-50 chance on where to mail that package to, and they mailed it to my cousin, but it wasn't my cousin's, it was Judy's. And so they opened it up and they're like, what are we supposed to do with this? So then I had to call Judy and go, you may be getting a package that is supposed to go to my cousin. Well, not only that, I put the wrong state. Now, Judy had miscommunicated the state because she was in the process of moving from Texas to Florida. So she had a brain burp, and we all have normal brain burps. But hey, Rebel, good to see you. So the one that was supposed to go to my cousins went to actually Florida, but addressed to Texas. So we weren't sure if we were ever going to see that package or not. But thank God hi, Curtis. Hello to you and Letha. Love you. I was looking at footage today and it made me miss y'all even more than I usually do. So hi, I'm glad you're on here tonight. So anyway, Judy called me or texted me today or yesterday and said she did get my cousin's package. And so, but see, here's the thing. So now they're each, and because they love me and I love them, they won't let me reimburse them, but they're having to resend those packages and readdress them. And I talked on a video recently about not being employable, and it's like when you do stuff like that routinely, not just brain burps, but routinely, that's how your activities go, that nobody's gonna, an employer ain't gonna put up with that. But my wonderful friends and family and my wonderful readers and viewers and patrons do. What did my cousins say? Mike and Cindy's regifting service. I know, right? We can all get a laugh about it and everything, but this literally, that is how shit for me goes. It's just like, and
so Kathy,
and what'd she say?
Right. Well, no.
Oh, Kathy did get her correct gift.
We don't know.
We have Megan. So Megan, if you don't get your gift, please let me know, and I will have Jana resend it because I don't know what happened. And I'll tell you the truth too about that. I took an hour to do those 4 packages and make sure they were packaged, everything and right. And Kathy says, yeah, she got hers with the right name. Oh, that's the other thing. When my cousin Cindy called me, she goes, we've got something addressed to Kathy, and I thought I'd put the wrong note in the box, and I was like, oh, well, that note was supposed to go to Kathy. She goes, I'm thinking the whole box
Judy.
I mean, to
Yeah.
Judy. She goes, I'm thinking the whole box was supposed to go to Judy. And yeah. And so anyway, an hour. And the thing is, I concentrated so hard to make sure that I had that right. And Jana was off doing her own errands, and rightfully so. I mean, I ought to be able to do some things on my own, but and yeah, they were all addressed to you. That's funny, Megan. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has normal brain burps, and Megan, I know that you also have cognitive issues, and but when it's every waking moment, and by the time you go to bed at the end of the day, and you've just had a series of these, boom, 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 all day long, it also can it's exhausting to concentrate that hard all the time. And then you still mess things up. Okay, so I've got a show and tell for you for number 6. So that was number 5. Let me make sure I got it right. But yeah, so if that had been, if I was trying to do a job and I was doing stuff like that, it's gonna be bad customer service. It's gonna cost the company money. It cost my friend Judy and my cousins money and time, and we all got a good laugh out of it. But people sometimes they see me looking okay, and they don't get that what an invisible disability really looks like. But so but you have to laugh. What else? What? Jana's over here laughing.
My hair. No.
No, Jana's like, look at your hair is gorgeous. She was outside cooking for us, so. Lori says she got her own damn package back. Yeah. Well, I might get Megan's package back. Mino Fairy, I might get her package back. She hadn't gotten it yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate. All right, you know how you have these kind of lids. Can y'all see this? You have these kind of lids for drinks. And when you wash them, and this is a PSA, you guys, when you wash them, be sure you also, see if I can get it off. It comes off easier when it's wet. Take the ring off, run your paper towel through there after you've washed it and dry it. You'll be surprised how much pink gunk you get out of the seam on this. So when you put them back together, usually not a big deal, but if you're cognitively impaired or have a brain injury, one side is a little bit bigger than the other. And I have to really concentrate to make sure that I get this on here right. And then I have to run my finger around, and I put it back on the cup. And I do, before I drink out of my cups, when I do a lid, I usually do a sample sip. It's a sippy cup. I usually do a sample sip because I don't often get it right, even with concentration. And so must have thrown, oh, I hope you didn't throw it out, Pearl, the one you use every day. I hope not. I love you, Pearl. Thank you for being on here. Anyway, so, and especially when you concentrate so hard. And because if it doesn't go down on the cup just right, then when you go to take a sip, you know how that goes. It pours all over you. Ask me how I know. And so these are different sizes. Can you see that? A sample sip. Is that a shot? May not be. I don't know. Testing 1, 2. That's it, Sally. All right, so same thing. And again, now this one in the different size, and the larger size goes toward the top. And you have to, see, I'm not going to get this one on here right. Okay, and you have to get it on there just right. Well, so when I did dishes, I think it was yesterday or day before, I did all my lids and got them nice and clean, and thought that I got them all back together, and went to put them on my cup. Well, here's my Yeti cup. And my lid wouldn't fit. And I'm like, oh God, put it on there wrong. So I take this thing back off, and I put it on upside down. I put it back on there, and it still wouldn't fit. And so I look at it and look at it and look at it, and went to put it back on there, and I went to mash it, and it fell down in there, and it took me a minute. I'm like, well, that's never happened before. It took me a minute to realize this is the wrong size. This is my Yeti lid, and if you put it on, it doesn't fall down in there. Now that doesn't still guarantee that I have the seal on there, the gasket on there right, but it really, I spent, you know, I don't know, what, look, see how I didn't get that on there right. So I'll have to do my test sip before I use that one. But so I mean, who does that? Who like tries to put it several times and then drops it down in there? And and so I just had to share. Oops, I did it again. It just happens. And yes, Cindy, MS causes cognitive impairment, and your mast cell activation. You had to have Mike sorted. So I did that to my cousin who has MS and mast cell activation. And not only that, I'd said Mike needed to open it to make sure that it didn't have any, what I did send her, that she will eventually get. It was supposed to be scent free because she can't have scents, odors, you know, aromas. And so, and so he opens it, and he's like, yeah, I don't think this has an aroma to it. It's because it was the wrong package anyway. And so Kathy's asking if it's a family genetic problem. It might be, but I don't think my cousin drops too small lids down in the cup. She's got it better. She's got it going on better up there than I do on stuff like that. Yeah, and I drink my tea in a tumbler. Yes, it does grow medium. Yes, it does. And you gotta clean those gaskets. Trust me. Yeah, it's some of it, you know, can be aging. I see Lori's comment to Cheryl. Some of it can be aging, and I haven't done with a neuro. I'm not going to spend 3 days in a hospital like they want me to. I'm supposed to do it every year, 3 days and 2 nights in a hospital for testing, and that's when they do the acuity test and everything to see how you're doing, and have all the MRIs and scans and everything to see how the scar tissue is doing, and all of that. And I haven't done that in a very long time. I just refuse to. I'm not putting myself through that anymore. But the last time that I did all of my acuity testing, I tested out at age 78. Well, at the time, I was still in my 50s, and so that wasn't much fun to hear. And there is a point where my TBI symptoms will and my age-related symptoms, they will start catching up with each other. But I don't know what I would test out at today, but I'm not 78. So anyway, there's my oops times 2 times 6. I hope y'all got a good kick out of that, because we certainly have this week. It's been hilarious. Hey, do drop in. Glad you're here from Tennessee. Oh, that's too funny. Think of it like a car. Yeah, you get to see when the car's driving. You don't get to see when I was at the stoplight and was supposed to go forward when it turned green and had it in reverse instead. So that's a good analogy. I love it. And thank y'all for being able to laugh with me. Hey, C-Dubs, good to see you on here. Yeah, you got to be able to laugh, right? You just gotta, and so we have a good time, and I'm going to come back to good times in a minute. And like I said, we've got a surprise coming up for you at the end here. And see, I picked this up to get a drink. Will you please set that over there? That's my empty cup for demonstration. I'm now going to take a drink. Okay. And this is yet another size lid. It's not fun. I hate washing my lids. It takes me all day. No, it doesn't take me all day, but it does take a long time. Yeah, good to have you on here. And Dubs is saying hi to everybody. Okay, number 2 in my title, New Mexico. Is that where we are? New Mexico State Parks times 6. So usually, and especially when I travel solo, the dog's toys are all out again. Well, no, only a few, but they've torn them up and there's litter everywhere. Usually when I travel by myself, it's always happy hour, Lori. Mike says he can't make toast without supervision. Good to know, Mike. I'll remember that when I come visit. No toast for you. But when I travel solo, I usually don't give out my location or tell you guys what my travel plans are. But I checked with Jana before sharing this, and she's in agreement. We want to share with you that she flipped out her knife. Do you want to do it? No, she's gonna have a shorts coming up of her flipping out her knife. She can do it like that. Y'all don't want to mess with our camp. Sorry. No, that's okay, squirrel. I was saying I checked with you because I want them to know that you're in agreement too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't share this if she wasn't in agreement because it's about both of us and it affects us both. And we have done the New Mexico State Parks Pass again this year, but we're doing it differently this year. We are doing 6 months at New Mexico State Parks Pass. It's all already paid for because you have to make the reservations in advance. And golly, Moses, y'all, it was hard to get reservations this year. Last year we did it for 3 months or 3.5 months. And we sat down in one day and we just made her, it took a while because we had to coordinate. She's got her laptop, I've got my laptop. We're checking and we try to get sites next to each other. And so it took a while. I mean, it wasn't like it just went, like that, but we got the reservations we wanted. This year, no. Hi, baby girl. Sammy Joe just came up and said hi to me. You want to get up here? Come on. She's gonna get up and say hi to everybody. And they say hi. They can't see you.
Sit.
You want to say hi?
You say hi?
Oh, that's a good girl.
Say hi.
That's a good girl. I just love her. Okay, jealous. Oh, he's snubbing me. He's mad at me. Lori says, kisses to Sammy. She's such a sweetheart. And, hey, Rebel, I'll answer that in just a second. So she's asking if we've gone fishing yet. I'll answer that in just a second. That's a great question. So anyway, last year we sat down, we were at an RV park in Flagstaff and we had been camping with our friends, Dubs and Carrie. And Lori says kisses to Bandit too. He's not talking to me right now because I petted Sammy. They do that. I'll pet Bandit, Sammy will turn her head. I pet Sammy and Bandit turns his head. But this year, I think it took us 3 or 4 days of going back into the reservation system multiple times, right? Is that accurate, Jenna? I'm looking at Jenna and she's typing a note to somebody.
I'm typing.
Yeah, she's like I'm moderating, please. I can't and I'm petting Sammy and okay, Pearl, that sounds great, sweetheart. Love you. So good to see you on here as always. And Sammy says hi. And can y'all see her? Can y'all see her? She's like, get your arm down here and pet me. Anyway, so thank you, Lisa and Frugal, for saying bye to Pearl and Dubs too. Thank you for doing that. Pearl is so special. Anyway, I think it was like 3 or 4 different days it took us to log into the reservation system, and hours and hours. And we could not get the reservations at the parks that we wanted. Not most of the time. I'd say about 40% of the time. And so we ended up having to loop around to some and then go down and loop around that and go across and loop around that. And hi, Bev, welcome back. And that's not a problem. I mean, it was challenging, and it took a long time, and a lot of planning and rerouting, recalibrating, like GPS will say, rerouting. But it was crazy how full everything already was, including all the way out to October. So it was. Well, I don't have another word for it other than challenging. but we were able to do it. Hey, Judy, glad to see you. Been getting groceries? Oh, yeah. Errand day. I totally get it. I'm just glad you're here now, sweetheart. No worries. Give Gertie a hug for me. And so, but it's worth it. I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining. I'm just giving you honest information so that if you're planning on doing it, and I think it might be easier if it's one person because you're only looking for that one site. But we were coordinating together and trying to get sites together, and a lot of times the parks were completely full. There wasn't even one site, and so we made it work, and we found parks that would work for us to go fishing and to do the things that we like to do, and we did it all the way through into October. And so, like I said, 6 months, and it works out to just a little over $5 a day. I had thought it was like $4 a day, but it's right almost $5.50 a day. And so we're tickled to death for that, and I've already done a video on state parks. I can't remember, did you? Have you done one on the pass?
No,
not on the pass. I did we both have our videos last year from being at the state parks and the fun that we had. But I did a video on the New Mexico State Park Pass, and I will update that because we got new information this year. But yeah, for 6 months, but counting the state park pass, the reservation fees, and the different parks cost different amounts for, and then most of the time, if it's inclement weather or we're at a different elevation, we got hookups, and it comes out, like I said, to about $5.50 a day. So we are actually thrilled about that. We're thrilled to be in New Mexico and going to be doing some fishing. We still have 2 meals. Is it 2 meals of fish? We still have 2 meals of fish left over from last summer that we need to eat, and we will be, they're in the freezer. We will be going fishing very soon. I'm going to be getting caught up on videos and everything, so Jana may be going fishing without me a few days, but oh, Cheryl, see you later, sweetheart. Love you. Apple can't spell. I swear I typed, hi, Chris, not Bree. Hey, Bree sounds good. You might just, your Siri might be hungry. That's so funny. Sammy, stop.
Dammy.
She keeps licking me.
Dammy.
Dammy. Dammy. Oh, I missed something that, I've missed something, I think. I'm trying to back up. Let me catch up. I can't back up. Oh, I've missed it. Well, anyway, Rebel, you asked if we'd gone fishing yet, and we have not. It's peace, love, and hugs to you. And Dubs is sitting in a bar somewhere. And maybe that's it, Lisa. You're that worked out to 140. What worked out to 140? Explain yourself, Lucy. I don't know what you mean, Michael. Tell me what you mean. Anyway, bye, Dubs. So we are really looking forward to it, and so you'll be seeing us come to you from different New Mexico state parks, and it's going to be such fun, and I can't wait to go fishing. We have lots of fishing equipment, including regular fishing equipment and our fly fishing equipment from since we took lessons last year, so really looking forward to that. So any questions? Anybody have anything? Dubs left. Let's see. I think that Sarah says cheers to Dubs leaving because she's in a bar. Okay, so number 3 is balance my ass. Sorry, but that's how I feel about it. I'm going to run through this note real quick because I want to get to the fun thing that Jana and I are fixing to do with you guys. Yes, Becky says she's excited to see our journey through New Mexico. Me too. Some of the parks are new that we didn't do last year. We still didn't get into some of the parks that we want to do that would have been new. And so a couple of them are going to be repeats, but they had such great fishing in the area. We don't care. We won't ever hardly be in the park. We're going to be out on the river and lakes. So, okay. About 140 for the month. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Mike. I didn't catch that. Yes, go. Works out to $140 a month, and plus let me know. Okay, so balance my ass. Okay, first of all, I told you Jenna updated my website for me. Y'all check it out and be sure and let us know what you think about it. And I make throughout the year. And see if I can get this. I'm not going to remember. Mini meetups, the annual meetup, interviews, speaking engagements, camp with me, and that's 5. There's 6. I knew I would forget one. But anyway, all of those are on there. So, buffering? Really?
Just hang with it for a minute.
Yeah, y'all just hang in there. It'll go away. It'll go away. You know, the bugs come and they go. The bugs come and they go. Hey, Morgan, good to see you. Family in Albuquerque and Jimenez. Oh, that would be awesome. Perfect weather, Rebel says. Am I still cutting in and out? Are we back yet?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all wait, please. Wonder what happened.
Don't move your phone.
I was gonna see if I maybe, it's okay now? Good, Bev. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I'll probably lose some of you, but if that happens, just know that it goes away. And I appreciate y'all letting me know, but, Morgan, thank you for letting me know about your family. Yes, Susan, New Mexico State. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. New Mexico State parks do fill up fast, but I'm talking about booking 6 months out. And, it's crazy. It wasn't that way last year. So thank you, Becky, for letting me know that you're hanging in there with me. Good, Cindy. Thank you. Yeah, when that happens, no, I'm not moving around at all. I'm moving around, but my camera is on a tripod. It's not moving at all, Megan. But thank you. Yeah, I appreciate y'all letting me know so that I can kind of stall what I'm sharing with y'all until it comes back. But it should always come back. And I don't want to lose you guys because I want to tell you what we're doing. That's going to be such fun. But anyway, go to the website and I share where I'm appearing in 6 different venues. I write books. Pup Camper says does she mean me or her?
Well, she had problems, but just keep going because there's nothing you can do. It's probably just because it's getting to be peak time around here.
Yeah, it's getting to be peak time around here, but I'm wondering if I should plug my battery in. No, think I'm okay? All right, so y'all are saying it's okay here now. Well, darn. Somebody says my phone may be overheating. Maybe I should get a fan and blow on it. It does feel pretty hot.
Well, I just think it's the service.
Okay.
Getting on.
Sally says it's okay.
Just
keep going. Okay, so I have those appearances. I write books. I do YouTube. I do Patreon, and there's a reason I'm sharing this. Y'all hang with me. I do social media. I answer emails. I have merchandise. So there's that I do, and then plus I have my dog. Oh, good, thank you. Plus I have my dog that I love and want to spend time with. I've got Jenna and Sammy that I love and want to spend time with. I want to go fishing. I want to go exploring, and that includes the travel and sightseeing. There's always special occasions, birthdays. I'm going to be 65 in July. We're going to want to do, Bonnie said she hasn't lost sound at all. That is weird. Am I buffering on yours?
Yeah, kind of. But I'm on the same network you are, so.
Okay.
Just continue.
Okay, so I'm going to be 65 in July, and I'm sure we're going to do something fun for that. I've got people new that I want to meet that we see, and I've got friends that might be coming through. And if I know you and you're coming through New Mexico, please let me know, and we'll see what we can do. I've got friends and family that I want to be with. That is a lot. And everybody talks about no, you can't have it all, and everybody has to juggle and do the balance of what did you say? Love, work, and play, or
No,
I missed you.
work-life balance.
Work-life balance. Yes, work-life balance. I think I'm going to call it. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Work, love, play. And so balance isn't anything new for anybody. And I've lost a lot of people, and so yeah, Mike, I would hit the off button. Hi, Cody, good to see you. And good, Morgan. Thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, thank y'all for letting me know the sound is okay. I really appreciate that. Anyway, so balancing stuff isn't new for anybody. But what I want to share with y'all, the revelation that I've had about balance my ass this winter. I was so stressed. I was having such a blast doing my author meet the author and book signings and all kinds of stuff like that. That I didn't know that I was stressed, but I'm just now figuring out the reason that I was stressed is because I thought that I also needed to keep up my schedule with all of that I just listed, like like writing and keeping up with the patrons and keeping up with my YouTube channel and keeping up with blah 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 blah. And I am coming to realize, and also when you're in sticks and bricks, you have to learn to balance on a daily basis because you've got work, right? And if you're wanting to write books, maybe you get up an extra 2 hours early and you write for an hour or something, and then you've got family and groceries and errands and all of that stuff that you do, and you learn how to do that what Jana was saying, that work-life balance on a daily basis. And I had that mentality with me. But one of the things that helped me figure this out is that I follow an author named Brenda Novak. I don't know if any of you know her, but I follow her, and she is on this whirlwind book tour right now. I don't know how many stops they are doing in a short period of time, like maybe a month and a half, something like that. And they're doing it in a live stream. And
Airstream.
What'd I say?
Live stream.
Airstream. They're doing it in an Airstream. They're not doing a live stream. They're doing it in an Airstream. And I commented that I commented to her that I was so proud of her and the schedule she was doing, and that I've been on the road 8 years, and I know that how grueling it is. And she wrote me back, and I was just like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. She's like a New York Times bestseller and has written 60. I think she's on book 62 now. Oh, you all right? Jana just almost fell.
Well, I almost stepped on Sammy.
Yeah, she tried to avoid stepping on Sammy. You okay, baby? Both babies, y'all okay? Anyway, so when she wrote back to me, I thought my jaw just dropped. And I recently shared something that she had written also on, I think I shared it on Facebook because that's where she had put it. And so I just shared it over onto my Facebook public page. And yeah, if you see Sammy and Bandit float by in the air, a drop kick, a drop kick. But she's doing that whirlwind book tour. I mean, just crazy. And, she's not writing while she's on that book tour. They finish at 11 o'clock midnight at night, and they're up by 6 the next morning and on the road by 8. And literally every day that's going to be her life for 2 months. When she gets home, she's going to have downtime and some rest time and recovery time, and then slide back into the routine that has allowed her to publish 62 books. And I was beating myself up, not really beating myself up. I couldn't figure out why, even with my brain injury, I haven't been able to write. And I kept thinking I should and could. Don't should yourself. But I kept thinking that I would find this balance that would allow me to write, to catch up on my videos, to be with my friends, and do all the fun things that we do in the winter. I missed out on interviewing Lisa, who's on here, and fortunately Sally put her on her channel and did such a great job with that. But I was so stressed trying to do it all. And when I got to looking at Brenda's schedule and realizing that she is on a book tour right now, I need to treat my winter months like a book tour, because I'm doing December, January, February. I'm doing 4 book signing events. I'm doing Tyson Wells, which is a book sale event. I am doing at least 1 or 2 mini meetups. 1 or 2 mini meetups. A camp with me with my patrons.
An annual meetup.
And the annual meetup in those what is it? November, December, January, February, March. In 5 months, I'm doing all of that, and I need to allow myself that is like a whirlwind book tour. I might get some writing done, but that would just be like icing on the cake, and it's not going to be. Where I figure out, especially with my brain injury, and y'all know how the first part of this FNL went. I shared with you the things that I do on a daily basis, of figuring out how to balance all of that and get the regular routine stuff done. And I was stressing over it too, because that is my income. Like it or not, it's not a job for me, because I love it. I love writing. I love YouTube. I love you guys. I love meeting all of you. I love the meetups. I love the campouts. I love it, but it is an income stream for me. And so then on the back side of that, I was stressing what happens if I fail, and it all goes away. I was living in the future and stressing in the current. And just realizing what Brenda Novak must be going through, or might be going through, in what she's doing, and that she's just focused on that, it allowed me to wake up. I just realized this last night, you guys, when I was looking at her stuff, because I look at what she's doing, and it's such inspiration. It's a carrot for me of where I might get to one day. You never know. I'm not going to get 62 books published by the time I die, probably, but I can publish what I can. And so I watch her, and it for a while I was doing the comparing thing, and I'm not doing that anymore. And I just woke up this morning in a totally different mindset of that. Those 5 months is a whirlwind book tour, and people time, and I need to treat it differently and not try to do that balance. That's why I wrote balance my ass. I mean, you might do that in sticks and bricks on a daily basis, but I think 9 to 5, and I know not everybody works 9 to 5, that there's retail hours, and I know like CEOs and other people, they work far more than 9 to 5. So I'm just using that generically. Balancing life work balance 9 to 5 is different than creativity balance. I think when you are a creative, and that is your job, that finding the balance in that is different than the day-to-day 9 to 5. And Jacqueline is saying you expect a lot of yourself. I don't think so, Jacqueline. I have been expecting a lot of myself to find a daily balance in the 9 to 5, but realizing that the creative balance is different, that I don't need to do snippets or segments of all of it day to day. Realizing for me that realizing that a creative balance is different than a 9 to 5 life work balance has changed everything for me. Kathy says, I hear you. Thank you. I don't expect a lot of myself. I have hopes and dreams, and I love writing books. YouTube, it is a creative outlet. If anything else, it's a journal. It's a video journal, and it has allowed me to meet so many of you and make lifelong friends, and it is an income. And then I have Patreon, where it is a family, and we connect on a deeper level, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. And we do camp-togethers and stuff, and a lot of people think that patrons are just giving money. I think, and I hope and I believe that my patrons feel like they get a lot for what they give. And you can join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. It's not like people are just sending me money and getting nothing. You get something in return for it. But it sounds like a lot, and it was driving me crazy to try to do a balance on a 9-to-5 mindset of, it's like when I was working and finishing up my degrees. And Jana did the same thing. She was working a full-time job and finished up her degrees. So many of us have. You have to learn to keep that 9-to-5 bulk going, and you work the balance around that. And I kept trying to do that. And as a creative, a full-time creative, that's not the balance. You do it in chunks, just like Brenda Novak is doing her coast to coast, border to border book tour right now. When she gets back, she finished up a book just before she left. And I know, as an author, I know that she did a time crunch on herself and made herself finish that book before she hit the road, because she knew she wouldn't have time. And then when she gets back, after she gets rested and gets back into her routine, then she will work on getting that book through editing and publishing and marketed, and also start getting her writing routine again. And in all of that, she also does social media like I do. She's got all of the same venues and outlets. And it was just, I wish I felt free. I don't. I'm not going to try to contact her. I'm sure she knows what she means to millions of people. But I wish I could share with her what that meant to me, to have that epiphany, that a creative balance is different than a 9-to-5 balance, even when you're juggling major hopes and dreams and goals. And so I just wanted to share that in case somebody else might be struggling with that. I know a lot of nomads out here are retired and don't have those things, but I think even if you're retired, you've got things that you probably want to do, and you're still trying to juggle the errand day, travel, friends, family, maintenance on your rig, slides that don't work, and all of the things that come up. And so I just wanted to share that, and I hope it works for you too. I am going to look at comments, and then I'm going to tell you what we're fixing to do that's fun with you guys, that both Frugal RV Gal and I are going to do. So let me catch up on comments. Hold on. And if y'all have any questions or thoughts on that, please let me know. Let's see. Let's see. Kathy says she felt like she's watching me in space. Why?
Just because of the buffering.
Oh, the buffering?
Look, I can hear your voice, but your face
Oh,
is kinda...
yeah. I'm coming to you from the moon. Let's see. Oh, Sybil, that's so sweet. She says that's how she felt when I got an email from you. You're so sweet. It was fun to interact with you and get to know you a little bit. And Rebel, you're right. You can't force creativity. That's another difference with creative. That's another difference with creative balancing is you can't. I'm gonna take a drink, and then I'm gonna come back to that forcing creativity. Sorry, y'all, get my big old cup in the thing. You can't force creativity, but I believe that you have to suit up and show up. Oh gosh, Bird by Bird, Anne Lamott, I couldn't think of her name. In the 90s, I went to hear Anne Lamott speak, and I went up and I got to meet her, and she's a big author, and she had just written the book Bird by Bird. And you know, we always hear, you know, how to eat an elephant one bite at a time. Well, her book was Bird by Bird, and she shared, and in that she shares how she is a successful author. And I realized that was in the 90s. I mean, I've had a dream about being an author since high school. And if you read my book, How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, you know what my life was like, and it's no surprise that I got derailed. But I've always dreamed of being an author. In my book, I shared that it was a English high school teacher that made me feel like I couldn't write, and I set that dream aside for probably 2 decades because she was so brutal and mean to me about my writing. And shame on her, and my bad, even as a young lady listening to her. I hope if anybody tears your hopes and dreams down, that you don't listen to them, that you just you go for it. But Anne Lamott shared that you have to suit up and show up. Even if you can't stick to a schedule, like in my 5-month book tour, that's what I'm going to start calling it, my 5-month book tour. I might not be able to get up and be at the computer by 7 a.m. in the morning like I like to be, 6 or 7. That's when I'm at my best for writing. I might not be able to do that, but so aside from a creative chunk getting set aside for a balance and focus, you can't force creativity, but you can sit there and do something. And Nora Roberts, another author that I just love, she was the first author that pulled me out of that mentality I had from my high school teacher being so mean to me, that made me think maybe I can write. And she also wrote a book about being a successful author. And she said it doesn't matter what you write, you just sit down and write. And you tell a story. You don't worry about the grammar. You don't worry about getting what the characters are saying or doing or where they're going, or just sit down and write and tell a story. And I thought, oh, I can do that. I can do that all day long. And so you do have to suit up and show up and make yourself sit there and try to type or write something. Or if you're a painter, get out your paints and get your brush and just, if you just blah 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 on the canvas. I've heard painters say that you do have to. You can't force the creativity, but you can force the mindset of this is work time, and I've got to sit down and do it. It's like Judy Val. Oh my God, you guys, my moderator and friend that's on here. She does the most beautiful diamond paintings, and she sits down and does it, and so whatever it is, you do. If you're creative, you do have to make time for it, and that's where I was beating myself up this winter, is because I wasn't making time like I normally do. But it's because my creative focus, it's almost. See, T-I-M-E, I'm talking about, I said the word time, and I got to quit saying it. So I'm going to spell T-I-M-E, because it's almost, this time, I said it, T-I-M-E, it's almost T-I-M-E, which is also in Spanish, comer, T-I-M-E for Sammy. And so she heard me say T-I-M-E, and so she's barking now.
E-A-T.
Because she wants to EAT. No, she can spell that, remember? So yeah, she's trying to, she heard us say that word. So
now we have to speak
we speak it in Spanish or sign language. But she knows can't even say it. Anyway, that's what she was barking about. And so I was trying to do that butt time of showing up for creativity, but I've got to remember that is a chunk like a book tour, like that mindset. So let's see. Oh wow, Morgan, I had to call it quits on your book signing tours. Well, congratulations that you had that. That's just awesome. And let's see. Oh, good. Thank you, Sally. Sally's glad that I got to do Lori's tour, and she got to interview Lisa. That's great. Oh yeah, and speaking at the RTR, I forgot about that. That was time consuming too. So I don't lament that at all. It was awesomeness. I just was still trying to maintain my creative schedule, and I just can't. Um, yeah. Okay. Kathy, did you see that? Kathy asking you. You have the same schedule as Deborah since you're her friend and buddy on the road. How tired are you?
Keep going.
Oh, keep going.
I'm typing as.
Oh, okay. Judy says you're not doing just 40 hours a week. It's more like 80. It would be if I could, but because of my brain injury, and I used to, my career required an 80, 90. There was one week um, I worked, I don't remember exactly, but it was over 100 hours during when legislation was in session. So I used to do those kind of hours, and I would again if I could, because it's all stuff that I love so much. And I'm responding to Judy's comment about 40 hours a week, more like 80. I wish I could, but with my brain injury, I can't anymore. This would be a piece of cake if I didn't have my brain injury. It really would, because I love it and I have so much fun. Um, yeah, Bev, and that's the other thing. If I'm symptomatic, like you're sharing that you were symptomatic and couldn't travel, there have been days and there have been times when it has been time to leave a place, and I just can't drive. Many times. I was going to be at my cousin's one time. I was supposed to be at my cousin's. Gosh, Cindy and Mike, I don't remember when this was, 4 or 5 years ago. And I called them, and I had to hole up at a truck stop because I couldn't drive and get there. And I think I stayed at that truck stop, if I remember correctly, 2 nights and 3 days before I was able to travel to them. There was another time when I was traveling with Sue Ann Carlson, and I can't remember where we were, outside of Abilene, I think. And it was our limit was up for that, our reservations, and it was dry docking. And she went to the Rangers and said my friend can't drive. They wanted to know when I'd be able to drive, and you don't know when the TBI symptoms are so bad. You really don't know how long it's going to take for them to clear up. But as it was at that point, again, I think it was 3 or 4 days, and that's happened several times to me over the years out here, and I've been very fortunate that I've always been in a place where people are willing to work with me. And Kathy says as a patron she feels like she gets a lot. Thank you. And Lisa says the same thing. Thank you. I hope so. You guys mean the world to me, and I don't want anybody giving me money like that. I want to give in return, and it means a lot to me. And well, and that's true also, Morgan. Morgan says finding a creative balance. When the creative hits, it's like if I get into a writing zone, like when I was finishing up KOKO, my last book, there were days you didn't really see me, except like when I would eat.
Yeah.
And, I mean, because I did get
food.
in. Yeah, she'd throw me food.
Here, eat.
Yeah, like a bird in a nest. Mama, mama. And so that is also true for creatives. But that's part of kind of like a book tour, right? You're focused on that book tour. You're focused on writing or that painting. You're just in that zone. So you've got your book tour. You've got your zone of whatever you're in. For us, it's finishing a book or writing, or maybe not even finishing it, just writing it. And Stephen King shared that also, that he gets into writing, and his wife just kind of brings him food and leaves, and she doesn't even clean his office because he has a day bed in his office, and he will sleep long enough to get up and keep writing. And that was I loved reading that from him. And Albert Einstein said the same. Well, he didn't, his wife did, on one of the few videos that we have of him, let alone her. She shared that there were sometimes weeks that he would be down in their cellar doing his science stuff. I remember that's what she called it, doing his science stuff. And her biggest concern was that he didn't change clothes often enough. and she would take clean clothes down for him, and they would be folded nice and neat, and she would leave them on the table just inside the door, and that she would go down there to take some more clean clothes and get the old ones, and he hadn't changed yet. And but she had learned years, I mean, and they were married their entire lives. They got married when they were teenagers. But she had learned years ago, she said, that she did not disturb him when he was working, that because he was I don't remember her words, but that she knew he was concentrating. And so yes, you have your book tour zone, you have your creative writing zone, and all of that, and maybe the other things do fall by the wayside then. But what I'm learning in that creative balance is that that's okay. You come back and then you get back into the norm, and you slide back into routine and balance. And I didn't have that mindset until just now, because I am coming from a 9-to-5 life work balance mindset. And it is not the same when you are a creative. It just isn't. Let me keep backing up. I know I'm running long tonight. Thank you all for being on here with me. Here I go again. I did it again, didn't I? I'll just make a song out of it.
There you go.
Let's see.
Just sing it.
Just sing it, baby.
Just sing
Okay,
it.
I can't back up far enough. Man, I'm way behind on comments. I'm so sorry. Okay, did I do it? No, I didn't do it. Hold on. I'm backing up. Okay, I'm back to Kathy's. There's Sarah's. Sarah says the RTR was a big commitment. Yes, you want to do your best. It was a big commitment for us, and we spent a lot of hours practicing. And I think I just deleted something. I didn't mean to. Practicing. Yes, I didn't mean to. How do I get it back? Oh.
Let me see.
Sarah, I was punching buttons. That's why my cousin Mike said, don't punch buttons, you'll close the... I did not mean to delete your comment, but you were talking about RTR being a big commitment for us, and we wanted to do right, especially by newbies. Yes, we wanted to honor Howa and cheap RV living for...
Sarah, if you can hear us...
Yes, Sarah?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well...
If you can hear us.
She didn't mean to.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with your comment, and you'll be back in 300 seconds, it says.
Oh, I'm so
Hang in
sorry.
there.
Sarah, I'm so sorry. Frugal, is that where you're answering Kathy? I'm retired but can't seem to get everything done.
No, I'm looking at Sarah's.
Okay, well, I was trying to, where Kathy said you have the same schedule as Debra. Are you tired?
Well, you can just keep going.
But was that your answer to her?
No.
No, okay. You did tell Sarah there was lots of time, but it was a great experience. I'm so sorry, Sarah. You never did answer Kathy. 3 minutes?
300 seconds?
60 into 300. How long is that, you guys?
No, we didn't mean to put her in timeout.
No, I'm so sorry.
And you can't
Sarah,
untimer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You can't untime her out.
Oh, I know. I feel so bad.
We'll wait. No.
I'm sorry.
What's 3?
Oh, but Becky, thank you. That was so sweet. So, what's Jay Pena talking about?
Well, I put the link to Patreon, but I checked it and it worked. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Probably it works. She checked all of that, so I don't know. Okay, so Brenda says she likes morning times too. Yeah, Jana does too. Oh, thank you, Cody. That's so sweet. Creativity does come from within. It is a God-given gift. It is not. My writing is not of me. It's a God-given gift. Christine, your friend stayed one night and picked up my book. Oh, I love hearing stories like that. Thank you so much. Who was probably critical of Edgar Allan Poe?
Your teacher.
Oh, my teacher. Oh, Michael.
I missed that topic. I
Oh,
was doing something
yeah.
else, but
Oh, Michael, thank you. That makes me feel so good. Yeah, she just. Oh, I remember what she said, and she pulled up one of my things that I wrote one time. We're talking about my English high school teacher. And she pulled up something that I had written, and I said I want to read the class something today written by Deborah Dickinson, and I was just like, oh my God, maybe she liked something I wrote, and she did that to make fun of it in front of the whole class. Had to sit there, and she would read like 2 or 3 lines and then laugh about it and critique it and say snarky stuff, and the whole class would laugh, and she kept going, and she read the whole thing, and it was awful. And so for 2 decades I didn't write anything for anybody.
I'm still asking what 300 seconds is.
Yeah, what's 300 divided by 60, somebody?
60 and 60 is 120, 120, 120, that would be.
Judy says that Sammy's so smart she'll learn Spanish next. She
Yeah,
will. She will. She does. We can't spell. We have to say comer in. God, Sarah, I am so sorry.
300 seconds divided by 60 equals 5 minutes.
5 minutes, oh, Sarah, I hope that you can hear me.
She can hear.
Oh, you can hear? Okay, good.
Well, I know. I think she just can't.
And Megan, yes, I do hear myself. Megan is like, Lordy, there are people with TBIs that don't do this much. I know that. And I know that I am so blessed. And the only way that I can do that is because I'm on the road and I'm not in sticks and bricks. I'm not around a lot of city noise. I'm not allowed of, Sarah is better in timeout? What does that mean?
Well, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Oh, that's Sarah and Tanya. Tanya can say, Tanya's just teasing about, okay, so Tanya, please let me know that Sarah can hear her, that we didn't mean to, I didn't mean to put her in timeout.
I was fixing to put her
Yeah, Sarah, we thought that was a troll remark.
I was like,
yeah, I know too. Sarah, I got it. I got it. Sarah and Tanya.
Okay.
So we were fixing to, you don't snap our Sarah.
I was like, I was fixing to put her in
I was
timeout.
like, no, wait, that's Tanya. She can say that.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll be back soon.
She'll be back.
And I was like, wait.
I was like, wait a minute. And they're over in the UK, so I don't even know. She's sitting next to me. Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Oh, God, I feel so much better.
I'm glad she can hear because
I had to turn my fan on because I got so flustered over putting her and deleting her messages and
She's
putting her in
timeout.
timeout. I did not
That's
mean to
funny.
do that.
Tanya, though, that's funny.
Yeah, I know. And then Tanya says that. We were about to bust all over Tanya for saying that. And y'all are in the UK. What time is it over there now?
Oh, gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's just mean.
Oh, I know. Oh, yes, Rebel. I can't imagine what the.
She's going to be back soon.
It was a boo-boo, yeah. Oh, Bev says our RTR presentation showed how much effort we put into it.
Oh, thank you.
That is so sweet.
I remember her standing right there at the front of the stage.
That's so sweet. And
2,700 hours.
so Bev gets into the zone painting and the sun comes up before she even lays down. I get that. But I'm backing up. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm seeing all these messages I deleted by Sarah.
No, and you would think that you could undo those.
I know, but you can't. Oh, Megan's about people with TBIs don't do all that. So I was saying that I don't have the city noise. I don't have the city traffic. I'm not able to do anything on days when I'm real symptomatic. I shared with you. I shared with 12:27 a.m. over
They're
there.
gonna go to sleep before she gets untied
I
out.
know. Good night. Sleep well.
She's back.
Avina saying.
She's back.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Oh gosh. Anyway,
Sorry.
and so I didn't know with my TBI that I would have a life, because I was trying to still live in the city. I was trying to, if you've read my book, you know this, but I was trying to live with people, and of course my family and friends live in cities, and I could not function. I couldn't function. And to be out here, when I say how being a nomad saved my life, it not only saved my life, it gave me a life, because I could not do any of this if I was still living in the city and trying to function around noise and traffic and activity. And I stay inside my RV, and people are like, I've had people ask me at book signings and everything, I'll have people say, well, couldn't you do the same thing if you stayed inside your apartment? Or no, because you still hear, y'all don't, if you're in the city, you may not realize it, but there is, and especially if you have hyperacusis like I do, there is still tons of noise. Like right now, I have a fan going, and the AC is going, and Sammy is chewing on a toy, and I can hear I have no sound filter. I can hear all of that. And Bandit was licking his paw, and he has now stopped. And I can tell you everything noise-wise that's going on. I can tell you every time a car passes by, but I'm not seeing it because my curtains are drawn. But I could not do any of this. Is still trying to function in a city. And I think I've labored that enough. Let me keep going. Rebel says Ziggy is barking at her because she's late. Yeah, we know the feeling. And yay, Sarah is. Everybody's.
Yay!
Sarah, thank you for
such a giggle. I know. Thank you for not.
Yeah, thank you for being so kind and understanding. Deborah's got to convert to military time, 24-hour clock. Yeah, good luck with that. I used to, but not anymore. 12:27 a.m. Hey, Creek, good to see you on here. Creek calls me the WYSIWYG girl. What you see is what you get, and that is so true. We love you guys too, Tanya, and thank y'all so much.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, the surprise. Yes. So Lisa's like, the surprise, please. Let me see. Let me make sure I've got all the things done. Oh, I love you too, Megan. Mino Ferry. You know, you have been with me for years and years, and we've been through a lot together, including the loss of your husband, and sharing, and the photos back when we used to be on that photo blog. Remember that? And we've just been through so much together, and I love you too. And Gatsby is staring at Kathy. And let's see. Judy, I have to do shopping. Now it's tomorrow. Oh, Saturday already. That's true. That's true. So for y'all, it's Saturday morning live.
Yeah.
Saturday morning live for you guys. Officially time travel. Okay, are we ready to tell them about the surprise?
We're gonna try it.
Are you want to try it? You still up to it?
What is she all excited about?
Because she knows we're getting ready. So Sammy got up and is headbutting me because she knows that we're getting ready to close this. But y'all wait. And because she's so smart, and she's like, oh yay, that means that I'm going to get to come out, because she's getting ready to shut down. So you have to tell. And then look at this one. He's glaring at her. Oh, she hit the camera. Sorry. You have to tell me. Do you want to? I'm up for it.
Yeah, we can try it.
Okay, so we're gonna do this.
We haven't
done it before. You want to tell them?
Well, no.
You tell them.
It's something new with YouTube. So
it's something new with YouTube.
When you go and you say you want to add a new video, there's add a video, do a shorts, go live, and go live together.
Yeah, live together.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, we have not done it. So it is, like she said, it's a new YouTube feature, and it's new for us to try. So we've got to get it set up, but we're going to do that right now, back to back. both our channels. We don't know how it's going to work. We don't know if it's going to have us both on the screen or what it's going to do. But we're going to hang up. We might feed our dogs. They eat in 0.2 seconds, so it won't take very long. Refresh our drinks, and then we're going to come right back, and we're both going to do this together live. That is a brand new feature by YouTube. So y'all come back, find us on one of our channels in, I don't know what, Jen, about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, and there's 55 of you on here, so we want to see how many of us go live together.
I know, is it gonna be...
and we'll have breakfast with Sarah and Tanya in UK. Is it going to be what?
They're going to be asleep.
They're going to be asleep. Is it
well,
what?
I don't know. Is it going to be on your channel, my channel?
We don't know.
Be on both channels?
We don't know. So you might have to find us.
Yeah, we don't know
what's going to happen. We've never done this before, but we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I love y'all. This was a great Friday Night Live. I enjoyed every second of it, and we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, bye.